50 by 12 high. It's been raining. That's what all that is. But I gotta get my gutters and my drain system put in. So yeah, I went with the black trim, gray side and white doors. Stay tuned, I'll show y'all the inside. Might be getting some work to do. Bingo. Here y'all go. My new shop, Flex Customs. It's coming together. My shop probably been up. I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little late, but the shop probably has been up maybe going on 2 months now. As y'all can see, I'm talking about the first day they finished, y'all. We pulled a car in here. We actually pulled it over on that side and started working. Yep, but as far as the cars in here, I get to those on another video. Just stay tuned now. Y'all got some special for y'all. Y'all know this car, but y'all don't know this car. Y'all don't know what car that is. So yeah, like I said, man, just stay tuned. This the shop. See, I got my 75 inch. Yeah, 75 inch up on the wall. This big shop makes it look small, bruh. I'm looking at my boy J Malcolm new video. Yeah, I guess I can give y'all a walk around. Like I said, y'all know this car, but y'all don't know what car y'all looking at. Y'all don't know what car y'all looking at. See, it's more of a chill spot. Got this OBS I'm working on, getting ready to do a top end swap, cam and lifters and intake, distributor. It was true fuel injector truck, OBS. I think it's a 90 model. Clean truck. This is what I'm working on today, so y'all stay tuned. Over here, it need to be cleaned up, y'all. Don't worry about the mess. It need to be cleaned up. But yeah, this is my little work area. This is where I spend most of my time at, like over this way. Yep. But as far as the cars in here, yeah, it's more of a chill spot. Like I said, man, I got way too many chairs in here. Chair. It's been cold, so I built my own heater. Oh yeah, it works. Oh yeah. This is the inside of the shop. I got a room over there. It's more like an office, but I haven't done it yet. It's more of a storage area at this very moment, but yeah. Yep. It's big, man. We plan on putting a lift in here. Yeah, we plan on putting a lift in. I think the lift is probably gonna be over here, 2-post lift. This way, if I want to sit something up, I got more than enough room. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can show y'all some of the projects in another video. Right now, this video is about the shop and getting this nice OBS did. My boy been waiting on it. You know, it's time, it's go time. So yeah, just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I'm finna get this front end off, water pump, harmonic balancer, all of that, so I can get that old cam out of there. Yep. Clean it up a little bit. I'll show y'all what I'm working with. Y'all will get a chance to see me do a little bit of work. So yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned, and I'll turn y'all back on in a minute. Let me see if I can get something done. All right. Okay, y'all. So as y'all can see, it looks different than the last. Right now, About to pull this cam out. I got y'all on my new Ray-Bans Metas. See how they work out. Yeah. About to pull this cam out. Pretty delicate. See what we working with. I just got the vice grip on one bolt. Try to be delicate until I get it out so far, then I'll take the grip off. Okay. I hope I got enough room. I still got the AC condenser in here. Ooh, we cutting it short. And we out of room. Out of room. All right, so looks like I'm gonna have to figure out something. So y'all, give me a second and I'll cut y'all back on. My bad, y'all. Oh, hold on. Shut up. My bad, y'all. I got to working, and that's been the problem for the last year, man. I'd rather, when I get caught up in something, I don't really be thinking about recording. So I kind of done moved on. I got the cam in. Okay. So I did get the cam in. Got the cover back on. Water pump on, harmonic balancer, man. I wish I could have showed y'all, but I'm pretty sure if you're watching this channel, you probably done seen the process before. So yeah, I'm about to get ready to set the valves. Drop a distributor in and see if we can get some fire. I disabled the fuel pump. If y'all didn't know, on OBS, this is the fuel pump fuse right up here in the corner. Fuel pump fuse. See, I turned it sideways. So you can you switch it on and off. That's the fuel lines. I'm gonna have to run a return because if you didn't know, EFI really pumps out a lot of PSI. I don't know the specific specs on this truck, but they pump out a lot of PSI, and a carburetor don't use a fraction of that. Carburetor only uses about 5, 6, 7 pounds of fuel pressure. So yeah, so I gotta get a regulator and run a return off the regulator, and I'll be able to still use that pump without going in the tank. So yeah, let me give y'all a look on this truck, man. I forgot to do it earlier. Oh yeah, clean, man. Clean. Clean. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, but there you go, full interior. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give y'all before and after. Give y'all before and after. Once I get done, we get the thing running and driving and get it pulled out. Got the wheels. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, let me get back to it. Probably won't be today. I still gotta wait on. I'm gonna order valve covers for it, brand new valve covers for it. So they're not gonna be on today. I still might crank it up without it or whatever. But yeah, so I get just a little update. Give me a minute, I'll turn y'all back on. Hopefully it won't be, 3-4 hours later. So all right, y'all. So it is the next day. Not because of work, it just, it got late. So, I'm back out here. Haven't touched the truck yet. This is where I ended it last night. As y'all can see, I got the carburetor on. Shout out to my man, J Malcolm. J Malcolm Kart Rebuilds on the carburetor. I think it's a 650, I'm not really sure. But a 350 with a cam, it don't really need much more than that. Got the distributor in, got it all timed. I'm not really sure as in dead timing as far as, the optimum timing, but I got it enough to crank it. Haven't tried to crank it. Remember I was telling you about the fuel line? I gotta put a regulator on it. I just put this on the fuel line just to pump some fuel into the carburetor. But I have not done that yet. As you can see, the fuse is still flipped. So I have not done that yet. I did go ahead and initially set the rockers or whatever. So right now, I gotta plug off a couple of vacuums. This one down here. And then this one goes to I'm gonna send that one to the vacuum advance on the distributor. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm about at the point where I wanna, go ahead and see if I can get some fire, but I have to get some wiring together, figure out which wire am I gonna run to that distributor, because I'm not sure. Somebody else probably know it off the top of their head. I'm not sure. Still gotta put the alternator on and run the serpentine belt. So yeah. But all of that is still on the truck. So y'all just bear with me. We working over here, y'all. Beginning of the morning, so let's see what we got. Okay, y'all. So we ran into our second problem. We don't have a battery. Okay, so the battery that was in the truck when we picked it up was no good. I had a couple of them laying around, but this one is the only one. It looks rough, yeah, I know. But it's the only one that had a charge to it when I checked it with my multimeter. But it's not enough to start this truck. Even though this is saying 13.3, this is saying 13.5. Watch what happens. It's just not enough. Look at the gauge. It's just not enough. So we need a battery. So guess I'm gonna have to run to the store and get a battery. Turn y'all back on when I get there. Okay, y'all. So I know I'm supposed to be going to the store, but I decided to try one more thing. So what I did was the battery under the hood. I got it. Jumper cables here connected to the motor, if you want to call it. I went and got another battery that I knew was good, almost brand new, and hooked the jump box / charger to that one, who is then connected to the battery up top. Okay, so it's charging. I let it sit for a minute, probably about 5 minutes, let it charge. As you see it kicking on, kicking off. And I went inside and I turned the key and it fired right up. Watch. Now, I didn't let it run long because no valve covers and all of that, so. Fired right up. So now I gotta get it to run, fine tune it a little bit, and go from there. First time it actually fired up a little quicker than that. Maybe because the first time it fired up, it was fuel in the carburetor. That time I didn't even put fuel in it. I didn't even pump the gas. It just crunk up on its own. So I'm gonna try it again in a minute. I mean, I guess I kind of drained it a good bit just then, but I can see if it cranks. Give it some gas this time. See if it cranks again. I actually got it hooked up. I can actually sit down and use the pedal. Let's see. It works. It works. Turnkey ready. Shout out to my boy J Malcolm, man. Card rebuild. Get with him, y'all. Get with him. All right, y'all. Turn y'all back on in a minute. Let me do some tinkering. All right, y'all. So we moving along. Got the SERP set up back on it. Still got to put the fan. I'm still gonna run the clutch fan. Yep. Got the alternator hooked up. I haven't tried it to see if it works yet. I mean, it should work, but I haven't started the truck to see if it starts to charge, in better words. I think before I do that, I'm gonna put the radiator in, because the last time I cranked it up, started shooting transmission fluid out the hoses. So I'm going ahead and drop the radiator in. It's right there. So that way, if I really wanted to, I could let it run for a couple of seconds or whatever. So haven't hooked no hoses up yet, but if the radiator is in, I might as well go ahead and hook those up too and go from there. So y'all bear with me. Okay, y'all, update. It's the next day. Everything has showed up that I ordered. I got new valve covers. Nice. Got new valve covers. I also have been working, as you can tell. Regulator came in. I got it mounted back here. Got it mounted back there. So this side, I didn't want to cut too much, so I just basically zip tied. I don't even know if the AC works, but it has the plugs, so I plugged it back in. I didn't want to. I just zip tied everything and just gonna tuck it off into the engine bay. You know, I didn't want to cut everything. One problem that I had is with the factory fuel pump. Not just is it gonna put out more pressure, well, not now since I put a regulator on it, but the relay was set to prime and stop. Excuse me. So I just hooked up, you know, the fuel pump. This is the relay. This is the fuse. So the fuse, the wire coming out of the fuse, the pink and black wire coming out of the fuse, I found it over here on the relay, and I just ran it to it on and off power. I mean 12 volt key on power, my bad. Yeah, so ran it to that, so the fuel pump will kick on and stay on other than cutting off. And let me show y'all what we got. That didn't work. Gotta warm up. It's only getting 4 pounds of fuel pressure. So we're gonna get that regulator turned up a little bit, put it up around 5 or 6. Factory gauges work. Battery, fuel. oil pressure. There's no coolant in it. No coolant in it yet, so I'm not gonna let it run long. Can't even hear it yet until we do the exhaust. Nice truck. Let's see if it crank back up. Let's see how on point J Malcolm got this carburetor. Well, it don't have a return on it. I mean, it got a return on it, so the fuel leaves. Like I said, I'm gonna turn the fuel pressure up. Right now we're sitting at 4 pounds. That's a little low. Yeah, that's a little low, so turn it up, put some coolant. I don't know what that sound was, but yeah, I'm just gonna put some water in it for now, just to check for leaks. And once I know everything is all, you know, tight, no leaks, then I'll move on into putting, then I'll move on and put some, drain all the water out of it and put some real deal coolant in it. Yeah, but we moving along, man. We moving along. Ready to get this out of here, man, so I can bring y'all up to speed, like show up to speed on what I actually have going on of my own, not just customer work, even though this is not the only customer. It's just the customer that I'm on now. So once he leaves out of here, then I got another one I gotta do. Got Monte Carlo with not a rod knot. It's it needs some mains in it. So I'll show y'all that in a little while. But yeah, just I don't know, man. This video is probably dragging on. So I'll probably be cutting it pretty soon, probably before I put the exhaust on it. So yeah. All right, y'all, just stick with me. I'll turn y'all back on in a minute. Okay, y'all, so last update for this video. Check me out. We got the new valve covers on it. We got this thing all running. We got coolant in it. Let me show y'all. I got every gauge working. I got the temp gauge working. Oil pressure gauge. Battery. Oh yeah. The AC might work in here, y'all. I don't know. It blows. It might work. I plugged it back up. Oh yeah. Let me let y'all hear it. Nothing. Barely hear it. Exhaust is next. Everybody, exhaust is next. All y'all got to do is stay tuned, man. Like this video, share this video. If you ain't already, subscribe to the page, man. I got so many more hits coming. Subscribe to the page. Let me know, comment. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know. And y'all been tuned in with another couple of days with your boy Flex, man. And we out.